Welcome back. This is part seven of the shelf by shelf review of my collection. When we last left off, I was kind of in the middle of the S's. We're going to finish S through Z of my horror films that I've watched and filed away, and then we'll move on to other parts of the collection. So this is wrapping up S. We're going to work through all the way to the bottom of Z. All right, let's get with it here. Silent Night, Bloody Night, 1972 movie with John Carradine. I think this is an underrated classic. And I did a full review, Christmas night, 31 Days of Christmas Horror. It's an excellent film. Love it. It needs a better release. Let's see. Silent classic. I've got the classic Silent Night, Deadly Night. The 1980s slasher classic. Not much more I can say about that other than people bitch about the uncut parts being bad picture quality, but I mean I'd rather have them in than out. I mean it's the picture quality is only as good as the source material. I mean, and it was edited out in the original film. I saw this film when it first came out in the edited version in the theater. So, I think it's a great film, great release. Then I've got the old double disc set of Silent Night, Deadly Night 1 and 2. Of course, 2 is the great. It's Garbage Day. So these are great films. I mean, you got to have that. Then I've got the Silent Night, Deadly Night collection, which includes 3, 4, and 5. Of course, I think it's the fifth one includes Mickey Rooney, who said that came out and was one of the most outspoken critics of the first movie, and then he's in one of these. It's hilarious. Then I've got the remake, Silent Night with Malcolm McDowell. I really like this film. And it actually, I did a review on the 31 Days of Christmas Horror. This film is not really, I don't see this film as a remake of the first one. I think this film is based on the true events that happened in California with the guy that went crazy and shot up his ex-wife's house or something like that. I mean, this is this is just a whole different take on based on true events. I liked it. I thought Malcolm McDowell as a British cop in California was a bit much, but it's still Malcolm McDowell. Video Nasties, the definitive guide. Great stuff. Loved it. I mean, I would highly recommend this for anyone's collection. And then part 2, Video Nasties Part 2. Both are fantastic watches. About 5-6 hours of covering all the films that were labeled by the BBC as banned or Video Nasties. Great stuff. Okay. On to the rest of the S's here. I actually just finished watching this Shredder, which is a direct-to-video slasher movie set in a ski resort. It's all right. Stepfather. I think this is the remake. Yeah, pretty good. Not as good as the original. And then the original Stepfather. I liked it a lot. Stepfather 2, pretty forgettable. Stage Fright. This was an interesting slasher film. I think this is the one with the guy with the rooster mask on his head. Blue Underground release. What's this here? Santa's Sleigh. did a full review for Christmas 31 Days, so if you want to check that out, I liked it a lot. Alright, we're into the T's, so let me do Texas Chainsaw 3D, terrible. Scream Factory release was Texas Chainsaw 2, great. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning. I like it for the, I like it okay. It's alright. And then the remake, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Not bad. And then another copy of Texas Chainsaw, the beginning. Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw 3. I like this one. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the next generation. Yeah. This is the old MGM release of Texas Chainsaw 2. And then I've got the, of course, the 40th anniversary edition of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. First year of True Detective. Not sure why I got it in here, but it's serial killer. Borderline horror, I guess. Okay. Let's get these lined up. Trying to make it efficient here. Terror Factor. Pretty forgettable slasher. Of course, Jamie Curtis and Terror Train. A lot of people say this movie's too long, but or slow in parts, something like that. That's some of the criticisms of. But I actually like the claustrophobic effect of the slasher concept on a train. Well, I like any kind of horror movie on a train. The Train to Busan was fantastic. So yeah, that works for me. Toolbox Murders, the original. I really don't understand. Of course, I was in my 20s when this came out. Don't understand what all the fuss was about. But it's a good movie. Cameron Mitchell's great in it. Toolbox Murders remake. Not bad. Actually, not bad, really. Toolbox Murders 2. It was alright. Tourist Trap. Not a huge fan of Tourist Trap. It was okay. Tower of Blood. Pretty forgettable horror film. Tomb of Terror. This is another pretty forgettable horror film. Tales That Witness Madness. Excellent anthology. Loved it. Donald Pleasant's in this one. It's good. 28 weeks later. Both films are fantastic. Twilight Zone, the movie. There's some parts of this that I just love. I love the Dan Aykroyd, the opening segment, with the Creedence Clearwater Revival music, and then and I like the reprisal of the episode with the little gremlin on the airplane wing. That was good. 13 Sins. This is an underrated, excellent horror film. Kind of more along the thriller side, but it's basically about a guy that gets his bank account replenished for doing bad things that get progressively worse. It's really good. I recommend it. 30 Days a Night, super underrated vampire flick. I love it. Love 30 Days a Night. Tower of Evil, an excellent proto-slasher film from the 70s. Two Evil Eyes, anthology. Not bad. I liked it. Just a little glare there. Terror is a Man, one of the original Filipino horror flicks in the I guess around 1960. But it kind of started that whole Filipino genre horror flick stuff. This is one of the original. This is the one that kind of started it all. Throwback, kind of basically a Yeti type deal in the woods. It was all right. To All a Good Night. This was. I mean, it's not a great film, no doubt about it, but it is a classic slasher film, and I did a full review on the 31 Days of Christmas Horror. Tusk, hated it. TerrorVision and the Video Dead, love TerrorVision. And I like Video Dead okay. TerrorVision was just a fun camp classic. Town That Dreaded Sundown, the original, loved it. Of course, I grew up with the movie, so I can see today's audiences probably think it's pretty pedestrian stuff, and it really is, but based on true events, and I thought it had a documentary style that I liked, so yeah, I loved it. Trophy Heads, Full Moon production, it's all right. I'm not a Full Moon fan, sorry. Trick or Treat. I gotta upgrade this. I got the DVD. Okay. Rolling right along here. Young Hannah, Queen of the Vampires. This is an old DVD of it. And then I've got the, where's my Blu-ray of it? I have the Blu-ray double feature that came out. I wonder if it was called. I have it. That's weird. Anyway, Young Hannah, Queen of the Vampires. I've got the. I gotta find that kind of crap makes me nuts. I gotta find it because I've watched it and followed it. Where the hell is it? Wolf Cop. I love Wolf Cop. Good movie. Fun black comedy. X-Ray and Schizoid, the Scream Factory double feature. Both are fantastic films. Unhinged, the original. I think they're remaking this. This is a really kind of a super. I found this very hard to sit through. The director was trying to, I think it was one of his first films, he was trying to be a Hitchcock and build suspense. There's no suspense in this. Just boredom. My Uncle Was a Vampire, Christopher Lee. It's an old 1960s Italian horror flick. The Unborn, which is actually a very good horror film. There's a lot of these are coming out. Anti-Birth and there's a slew of these type films that have come out lately. Seems like. The Unseen with Barbara Bach, one of my favorite films from the 80s. Van Helsing, yeah. Vampires, classic film from Blue Underground here. Lesbian vampirism. When a Stranger Calls. I know it's got its own release now. I'll have to pick that up. Waxwork 1 and 2. I got the Vestron and the To Be Watched stack. Wither, an excellent indie horror film. Highly recommend Wither if you haven't seen it. The Uninvited, classic ghost story. Criterion. The Ugly is okay, not bad. Ooh, Whiteout, a Whiteout. The Uninvited, another kind of a ghost story type film, good. Vampire Hunters, it's a good film. Vampire Hunters, Asian vampire samurai type deal. Valentine, I love the mask in Valentine. And the kills are not bad. Teenagers getting offed, not bad. Witness, a passable good film, definitely worth a watch. Zodiac, can't see it because of the whiteout, but this is a must-own serial killer film. Of course, it's based on true events, and the film documents fairly faithfully the events of the Zodiac killer, and then there's a full-length feature documentary about who people believe the Zodiac was and all the evidence associated with it. Excellent. That's bugging me about Young Hannah. I think it's under a different title. I'm pretty sure. Wakewood. I love Wakewood. Good movie. Werewolf Beast Among Us. CGI horseshit. Sucked. Windchill. Windchill, I did a full review on the 31 Days of Christmas Horror, so check it out. The Witch. This is an awesome film. Great cinematography. Extremely atmospheric. I don't feel it's a slow film at all. I loved it. I mean, it's a 9 out of 10. Almost a perfect film. Wolf Creek. Love Wolf Creek. Golly. I love both Wolf Creek and Wolf Creek 2. I got Wolf Creek 2 in the I watched it. I got it to rewatch again. So. Wrong Turn 1 through 5. I mean, why not if you can pick them up all as one? The original Wrong Turn. Wishmaster 1 and 2. Of course, I've got the Vestron. I'm going to definitely get that. I'm embarrassed to say how this happened, but I got 2 copies of this bullshit. Werewolf, a Beast Among Us. Totally blow. If anybody wants it, let me know. Woman in Black, Hammer's resurgent horror film, ghost story. Excellent. Really, really a great gothic horror tale. Tales from the Crypt and Vault of Horror, Amicus double feature from Scream. That really needs to go in my Amicus section. Who Can Kill a Child? Very, very good film. Excellent European Spanish horror film. Warriors of the Wasteland, Slock. A low budget ripoff of Mad Max. It's fun. A lot of fun. We Are Still Here. Loved. I like. Well, I don't say I loved it, but I really, really liked We Are Still Here. I got Witchboard 1 and 2. I'm not a huge fan of them. They're okay. And then I got a DVD of Blue. I just love Van Helsing so much that I got the DVD and the Blu-ray. How about that? Yeah. I need to find my Blu-ray copy of Young Hannah now. I'm sure I've got it. I think it's under a different title. That kind of crap really makes me rethink kind of how I got this stuff organized. I know I have it as a double feature from Vinegar Syndrome or Synapse. One of those put it out. But yeah. Anyway, that will do it for my watched horror films, A through Z. And I got to decide on what we're going to look at next. Probably the Hammer Amicus stuff. Or my Universal pre-night. I kind of got I got Boris Karloff, Bela Lugosi, Lon Chaney. They have their own section, so I may do that next. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.